Hey, what's up guys? So this is the start of something new that I'm going to be doing on the channel from now on, which is actually reviewing comic books like I've been wanting to do for almost like a year and a half, that I've been consistently able to go to the comic book shop every Wednesday. Over the past year and a half, I've been coming across a lot of books that I've actually been wanting to make videos about, but for whatever reason, I just haven't. My own laziness is probably what it is. I need to get off my ass and actually make these videos. There's been a lot of stuff I want to talk about, so today is going to be the start of that, and I thought what better way to start something than at the end, which is basically what I'm doing right now. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, for those of you who don't know, are like at this point, and it's pretty crazy, OGs of Batman. I mean, a lot of the stuff that they put out in the last decade has already been kind of adapted onto like TV shows, and they're just like in like the highest contentions for people to work on Batman. Now, I've gotten almost all the trades that they've put out. I'm looking to get the Batman Eternal Omnibus pretty soon, hopefully. I've been really wanting to talk about this, and the reason why I say the end also is because their run on Batman just ended. I believe last week is when Batman The Last Night on Earth #3 came out. If you aren't familiar with that, it's basically the series, or it's like a 3-part series, and it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic Batman story. I'll go over it all right now. I remember when it first came out, I think somewhere in July, the first issue came out, and I tried to get a copy of it. I didn't know too much about it, even too much about Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo at that time, like not as much as I know now. I couldn't find it in the comic book shop. It flew off the shelves. I ordered it on eBay, but before I did that, I was actually able to get the second issue of that series, and I started in the middle. I was hella confused, guys, but I loved it. It was a great issue, and I'll be going over that issue as well, and I'll be going over issue #3, but today I'm going to start with issue #1, of course, to go through the whole story. And I gotta tell you guys, I really love this story. Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, they're beasts, and they also have this guy, I don't know what his name is, because it says FCO Foucault, I don't know, FCO Palencia. He's the colorer of these books, and this dude is like, he's insane. The colors that he puts in these books, they're amazing. Maybe I'll show some of the stuff that he's worked on, but yeah, he's really good. So I'll be talking about good comic books. I don't want to lead you guys into bad comic territory, and if I do talk about bad comics or comics that I think that are bad, I will tell you guys. And hopefully I can do stuff like this more focused on series and also focused on the new comic books that come out every Wednesday. This will get more into the spoiler territory. I'm going to be going over the story, so if you are looking forward to reading these books and you want everything to be a surprise, then don't watch this video. Wait till later to watch this video, but please come back and watch it. Guys, DC Black Label, they just do it right, okay? DC Black Label is the more mature books that come out for DC, or that are put out by DC, and basically if you buy a DC Black Label book, you know you're getting a more adult-oriented story. Now, this book isn't like crazy graphic. I don't think it's crazy graphic, honestly. It's not like the boys comics or anything, but there are some parts, I guess, that can be kind of, I guess, disturbing. So yeah, just forewarning, I guess. I absolutely love this book, so let's get right into this. So the book basically starts off with Batman, and he's investigating this crime in Gotham. For about a year, randomly, a 5-foot line of chalk has been popping up in these random places in Gotham, and so Batman compiles all these pictures of those lines together, and it forms like a crime scene outline of Batman. The spot where his heart is supposed to be is actually in Crime Alley, so he's like, what is this? Who's doing this? Who put this together? I need to go investigate. So he goes to Crime Alley, and he sees this boy, and it's, you know, it's a night out. He's in Crime Alley, like where his parents died, and he's like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing here, kid? So he goes to investigate, and he sees that the boy is dead. The boy is like insanely decomposed, skin is like gray, and he's trying to figure out like what the hell is happening, and he hears a tick, and the boy is actually rigged with a gun to shoot Batman, and we just see a flash of white, and then we come back and we see Bruce Wayne, young Bruce Wayne, strapped to some bed, and we find out that he is actually in Arkham Asylum. And I really love this part because basically it's playing off the fact that Batman is insane, and I like it when that happens. All of his villains, all of his rogues gallery are basically, you know, types of mental illnesses, like Harvey Dent, split personality. Joker is obviously insane. Like people like that are in his rogues gallery. I like it when they play out the fact that Batman's just as crazy, a dude dressing up in the night, beating up villains and thugs in a bat costume. So I really love that. And so basically in this scenario, he's led to believe that Batman is a figment of his imagination, okay? And that when he was 5, he was the one that actually killed his parents. He just goes crazy. He's not believing any of this. He doesn't want to believe it. In this whole scenario as well, all of his villains, all of his rogues gallery, or not all of them, but a good amount of his rogues gallery are there. And in this scenario, insane versions of part of his rogues gallery are doctors at the hospital, which I really liked. I thought that was a cool like little turn. Alfred's there, and the whole thing is set up that he was 5. He killed his parents in Crime Alley, not Joe Chill. He's led to believe that he was the murderer and that he's been insane. He's been here for 20 years, and he just doesn't want to believe this. We pick up with him in some like padded block, and he's trying to look for like a seam, and he finds one, and he finds a penny and a dinosaur. And it, you know, just like the Batcave, he cannot believe this. And then we get more panels of Alfred and Bruce, and Alfred's trying to explain to him that this was all just make-believe. He's asking like, well, how do I know Mandarin? Alfred explains that you learned it from the librarian Elliot, who you called Shush, an alternate version of Hush. He's like, how do I know how to fight? And then Alfred explained that he learned it from Dr. Al Ghul, and that Bruce, in one of his crazy delusions, tried to actually drown Dr. Al Ghul in a whirlpool, obviously referencing the Lazarus Pits and Ra's al Ghul. And to top it off, Alfred brings out his suit, which Bruce is like eager and anticipating to get his suit back on, and it ends up being like this psychiatric ward electroshock therapy version of a Batman suit. Like the cowl is actually for shock therapy. The whole like body of the suit is basically the straight jacket. I just really like this, and basically he's really in disbelief, but for whatever reason he puts on the suit, or the, you know, the pseudo suit, and in the next coming panels, we just see him kicking ass. He's just kicking all this ass, and it turns out that this was all a ruse by Alfred. And Alfred basically put all this together in like a fake city of Gotham with the help of Toyman, and he acted all those roles, I guess, of the doctors as well. And he's actually hiding the fact that he's older. He has this mask, like this facial mask on, like from the older Batman comics, to hide his actual age. So basically, it was all Alfred devising this scenario so he could have Bruce Wayne and not Batman, so he can have what he wants, which is for Bruce to have a life. But Bruce obviously is Batman, and it's just not the case for him. And he gives Alfred one last hug, and like a phoenix, he emerges from some sand in the desert, and it's time to figure things out and reclaim his spot as Batman. And he's in the desert, and he comes across this post, this like thing dangling on it, and it turns out it's Joker's head in a jar. Joker doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what the hell is going on. He doesn't know how he got there. All he knows is what has happened, and he's going to fill in the gaps for Bruce. So Bruce takes him along, and they travel to Coast City, and you just see like a whole area just decimated, and you see Mogo, like the planet, like he's like a Green Lantern planet. I'm not too familiar with the Green Lanterns. I need to read up more on them, but he's basically dead. The city is decimated. I believe there was like a Green Lantern battery in Coast City, and it's dead too. And so basically Joker explains that Mogo was like sending down rings like to help with whatever was going on, because there's been just craziness happening, wars and just insane amounts of stuff. So basically Mogo was sending all these rings, but he was dead. So a bunch of Green Lantern rings fell on Earth, just right for the taking. People without the will to wield them got a hold of them, and basically they're walking around in this place. And this, when I first saw this, I was like, holy shit, these Green Lantern construct babies started attacking him. So it's basically like these people who aren't strong enough to wield a Green Lantern ring who are just being overtaken. And I think it's like a play on like the id or something. Like they don't have the will to use the Green Lantern ring, so just like the id takes over. Like when you're a baby, you only listen to the id. So I'm guessing that's what they're referencing. But yeah, they actually get saved by Vixen and Poison Ivy, and they get taken to this place called Gem World. It's like this underground realm filled with like topaz, like those weird rocks in the mall. This figure comes up wearing Dr. Fate's helmet, and he asks like, are you the new Dr. Fate? And it's revealed to be actually Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman actually says that magic is dead. This is just a helmet. And so that was a big shock as well. So basically she fills in Bruce onto why things are happening, why everybody's down here. So there's like 100,000 people down there, and basically they're the ones that stood by the heroes, like the ones that needed saving. So she took like a whole bunch of people down here to be safe from everything that's going on in the upper realm or on Earth, because things are just hell, chaos there. Wonder Woman fills in Bruce, and she tells him the reason why everything has gone like crazy is that Lex Luthor on a Tuesday made a case for the world. And basically he said, people, the world is ending, resources are going, why be good? People made a choice, and the League actually met up at the Hall of Justice, and they had a meeting to see like what the hell they're gonna do. And before they came to any kind of conclusion, Batman, he's the one who held the door open for people to get into the Hall of Justice. He could help these people, he could empower them. Sadly, we learned that they tore Bruce apart, and he fell in that very first day. Slowly but surely, all these people started taking off the superheroes, like taking them out, and basically a new threat arose called Omega. The rumor is that he is actually from Gotham, and that basically it could be somebody that Bruce knows or has trained before, and Bruce just can't believe this. It's also explained that Bruce, this Bruce that we see, is actually kind of like, I guess, like a clone. Basically what happened is that Alfred, with the help of Wonder Woman, took this machine to the desert. The whole intent of this machine was so that each generation, this machine would pop out a new Bruce Wayne or a new Batman, so every generation could have a Batman to look over it. This Bruce Wayne is a clone, but he is the only Batman they got. He's the new Batman. He's the Batman for this generation, so he has to do his job. He's motivated. And Diana, she's just not having it. She's like, I fought so much, like I don't want to do this anymore. anymore, and she actually made a deal with Hades, the lord of the underworld, to take all these people down there so all those people can live there, because supposedly this new dude Omega, he has the anti-life equation, and he just found a way to amplify it. Even in that realm, in that Topaz realm, they're not going to be safe, so that's why she's doing that. And this place looks awesome. It's like purple, like the colors in this book. If you like colors, get this book. It's so damn good. Diana tells him like, well, the world isn't worth saving, so why not just come with me and protect these people down there? She leaves him with his thoughts, and she also gives him a brand new Batman suit. She saved it for him. So basically what ends up happening is Bruce takes off with the Joker's head and is gonna start being Batman again and figuring out how to stop this whole mess and how to take down Omega. And we find out at the end of this book that the Joker, or the Joker's head, was the one who was actually doing the narration. I mean, it wasn't a really big shock, but I just thought that was kind of cool. Pretty much the end for issue number 1, guys, as far as talking about it and I guess explaining it. I don't know, I feel like I just explained everything. Not well. I don't think I interpret everything well. Like, I read this book like 7 times just to make this video, but I still think I need to read it over and over again. So if I missed anything or if I got anything wrong, please call me out on it. Please let me know and fill in the rest, and let me know like your interpretations of the book, and like just fill me in on the things that you picked up on if you didn't hear me talk about them. Guys, I really like this book. I'm gonna be doing issue number 2 pretty soon as well. That'll be coming out. It's pretty awesome. I love this book. As I said before, I bought like all the trades of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's run on Batman. I've just been reading that. It's so damn good. Like before, I only had like a preferential knowledge of what Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo did, but now that I'm actually reading it, it's super awesome. So if you do watch this video and you're at this point in this video and you still haven't read these books, I'm not going over it too in depth. I always think you should read a book for yourself. Like a lot of stories that I have not read personally, that I've got the trade paperbacks for, I've watched like a comics explain video for, but when you actually read the book, it's totally different because you're interpreting it. That's what I can say right now. Guys, this book is awesome. I love Greg Capullo's art. It's like so like gritty but like vibrant, like it's gritty but over the top is what I can explain it as. Like I just really like it. And also the guy, the colorer, Foucault, whatever, FCO, dude, he's the man. He's the man. His colors are insane, which is, it sounds so stupid to say that. Dude, your colors, they're off the chain. But yeah, that's pretty good. And Scott Snyder, obviously, he's just a great writer. And issue number 2 of Batman: The Last Night on Earth, I will be doing very soon. Check that out, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.